My top 5 AI crypto altcoins. I believe artificial intelligence is taking over everything within our lives to the benefit. It makes work a lot easier. It makes managing time a lot easier and more efficient. But I do believe there is a need to bring all of this on chain, verifiable, non-fungible, and everyone can know what goes into the artificial intelligence that they are using. That is why in this video, I want to detail my top 5 AI altcoins. Some of them are going to be on Solana, Ethereum, or even their own layer 1, guys. We're going to break down the website and the recent chart action. Let's get into AI. I love you all. This is never financial advice. I personally believe, never financial advice, that the AI crypto sector is extremely undervalued. When we take a look at this right here, the overall crypto market cap for artificial intelligence is only $28 billion. That's really crazy whenever you take a look at the overall crypto market cap being $3.3 trillion, guys. That means that hardly any of the money within cryptocurrency is actually in artificial intelligence projects. And that's why I believe this is a big value for me right now to be able to get some of these altcoins. But I want to go through all of them, and all of them bring a real world use case. I care about really on-chain AI and not fake coins with an AI label slapped on them, because it's the hot thing to go through at the time. So the number one AI altcoin that I want to go to is Bittensor TAO. Guys, look at it. It takes a long time explaining what Bittensor TAO really is. But TAO, I believe, is extremely undervalued. It has similar tokenomics to Bitcoin, a very, very scarce supply, and it's all about decentralized artificial intelligence. Coming over here, looking at the chart, we can see a $3 billion market cap, which makes it the 32nd ranked altcoin, but the number one ranked AI coin. It's still only a $3 billion market cap. But Bittensor TAO is its own chain, so sometimes it's harder for people to buy it. It's harder for people to store it on a wallet. Not all wallets have it now. I believe Tangem does have it, though. If anyone wants to pick up a Tangem, 10% off using promo code Freeman. I will leave a link down below. But if we kind of go back and look at the all-time chart, at least what's being tracked here on coinmarketcap.com, we could see it hit lows of $35 back in May of 2023. That's still 100x from where it's sitting today, but it had a top up here of 720, and this is just one that's very, very intriguing to me. I think that it's had a very good drop. If we go from swing low to swing high right there, you could see about where it's getting back down to, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful chart. If it did end up hitting this extension over here, that's 1100. You know, there will be a lot of selling pressure at 1000, but this is something that has very similar tokenomics to Bitcoin, and I believe that will have a lot of people interested in it just from that fact. But the fact that there's actually utility with the TAO token is something that I think grants it the number one spot on this list. But guys, stay tuned until we get to the very end, because there is going to be a very low cap gem that I believe is very, very underrated. So let's go over here to number 2, the Internet Computer. A lot of people have a lot of FUD about this project because of the way that the chart looks, but I have a video on here interviewing the founder of the documentary Hacking FTX, and it talks about the manipulation FTX did up here with futures on this project. And so all of this I ignore. I honestly do. They are sitting here trying to find a floor, 4.8 cents. If we go back a month, you can see pretty stagnant right there. This is all good signs. The Internet Computer is a company, essentially, guys. It's basically a company in Web3. They have an entire team that I've showed before. I have lots of videos about it, but they have an entire team of over 200 people, extremely smart scientists, R&D people, and they're all led right here by the founder. Guys, Dominique Williams is a gem in this space, and this is basically the decentralized internet, www. made all over again. And that's why, even sitting at a $2.6 billion market cap, I believe the Internet Computer has a lot of growth ahead. But the next one is a competitor for a marketplace. I believe renting GPU power will be extremely, extremely important, because I've got a good computer here, but it might might not be enough to do extremely powerful editing. So maybe I need to rent out some GPUs. What better way to do that than cryptocurrency? And this is Akash, the decentralized cloud built for AI's next frontier. Love everything about what they do. And what I mentioned is just one small portion of it though, but they have a lot of different instances. I bought in on this under $1 whenever we had a crash. I think it was back here, like 96 cents somewhere back in there. And this is a project sitting at only a $260 million market cap, guys. This is not a meme coin. This is not something that this would be considered, a mega bullish market cap. That is a very, very reserved market cap. If we just go back a year, you can see where this was in 2022, under 20 cents, and then coming up to a high of almost $6. It's extremely bullish, and it looks like it's doing it again. Down up here, it ran up to 720, came down. Let's take a look at market cap. So that's something I want to show you. I think is very educational. Is you see back here, even though it was only a $430 million market cap, that was a $7 Akash token. Whereas now the market cap did a 3 or 4x that, but it was still under the price, and that's because of inflation. More tokens have become in circulation, so each token is weighted as less. So even though the price is the same, the market cap is a lot higher. So it's always important to look at these when it comes to how much inflation is coming. But you can see the max supply is about 388 million, and circulating is 250 million. So some rough math off the top of my head, about 75% out. But the next coin that I want to talk about is probably the only utility project on Solana that I actually am a fan of. It's one that's partnered with the channel before. This video is not sponsored, but this is no other than TARS AI, guys. They have a grant recipient from the Solana Foundation. That's really cool. They've done a lot of marketing to get their name out of there, but they really are, in my belief, trying to be the good guys on Solana and building some really cool ecosystem that's native to the Solana blockchain. You can see some of their partners up here. A lot of big names, obviously the NVIDIA one right there. We've talked about this before. This is a lower market cap, but the next one we're going to talk about is even lower than this, a $70 million market cap. If we look at this, max supply is about 1 billion, and they've got about 900 million out, so about 90% circulating. So there's not that much more dilution coming with these. If we take a look, they're listed on a lot of places, which does make sense even for a smaller market cap coin. It's got a lot of connections. If we go back here to the all-time chart, come over here to price, you can see up here it hit a high of 45 cents, currently sitting approximately 8 cents. If we take a look at the market cap, you can see there has not been that much dilution from here to here, but back here there was dilution. You can see the difference in the chart right there. So that's TARS AI. But the next one, as promised, that we're going to get into is actually one that I'm the most bullish on. I follow the founder of it over on X, a very nice guy. He does a lot of talking to the community, and they're making tools that I can use as a creator, guys, and that is why I absolutely love ABT. ArcBlock, redefining software, architect, and ecosystems. Look at all of this that they have. I've went through this in a full detailed review, guys, but this is the agent, I believe is what they call it, AI apps engine right here. It used to look a lot different. If we come over here to this site, maybe this is what I was referring to. Real good looking website, guys. Look at this. Tell me this don't look good. No code generative AI apps engine. This is the absolute future. And the fees, the way that the ABT token is used is it is used as a way to make payments or purchase some of these applications, guys. The Creator Studio, last I looked, was still coming, and it still is, guys, but this is said to be the content creators' Swiss knife. But now, why do I think it's a gem? This is only sitting at a $65 million market cap. As always, none of this is ever financial advice, guys. I'm just talking about what I personally like right here, but you can take a look. If we go to market cap, go to all time, you see they hit an all-time market cap of 430 million. So that's about an 8x away from where we are now. If you take a look, that had the actual price of the token up to over $4. I've actually got a really good friend of mine that I met that one time was an ABT millionaire, hasn't sold a dime of it. He's got a lot of belief in it, and they are on Coinbase, which is really bullish for people in the United States, one of the largest exchanges in the world and the largest in the United States. But guys, this is my top 5 projects. Bittensor TAO, what they're doing with decentralization, I think puts them neck and neck with the Internet Computer and DFINITY. I believe these are both great projects, something that's a little more revolutionary in terms of how we get GPU power and stuff is a decentralized infrastructure play is right here with Akash TARS AI, the really only project that is utility on Solana that I like. Sorry, Solana maxis. And then my favorite low cap gem, ArcBlock ABT. But guys, this is my top 5. It has changed over time, over the last year or two, but a couple of them have always been there. ArcBlock, Internet Computer, and now I've picked up Bittensor TAO, Akash, and TARS AI over the last few months. But let me know, did I miss one? Put it down below in the comments. Always love hearing from the Freeman of Finance family. I love you all.